Hello everyone, today we have a 2020 Ram 1500 4x4. It does have the 5.7 liter Hemi. It's a great engine and it's sounding smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up and take it for a tour. So it does have the tow hooks up front and LED headlight surrounds. And if any of these appear to flicker, they don't flicker to the human eye. That's the refresh rate of the camera that's bringing you that disco party. It does have power deploying running boards, which we'll show you in just a moment. Power sliding rear window. Dual exhaust. There's your tow package. And it is the limited edition. And so I'm going to go ahead and take you for a tour of the interior and then we'll go for a virtual test drive. All right, you see it does have leather seats with the gray edging, looks sharp. And as you come over here, you've got your heated rear seats and 110 volt outlets right there, and then 4 USBs as well. And down here you do have the limited mats, but then you also have the storage boxes as well. They're just concealed. Then you do have the stitching, limited branding there, 2 driver presets. I'll go ahead and give you a shot of this VIN right here, and then I will also upload still photos of that as well. And there's that power deploying running board that I mentioned earlier. Okay, now as you come down here, you've got your push to talk, your trip computer toggles, and you'll see that it has 18,644 miles on this vehicle. And then you're going to have your gear limiter and your cruise control right here, and your steering wheel radio controls are right here, your stereo controls that you can control with your fingertips. Push button start, and 2- and 4-wheel drive right here, along with your shifter, stereo. And that sounds good, so I'll go ahead and turn that down. But I absolutely love this infotainment center. Your sources for your stereo are AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, auxiliary. And then as we bounce back home, you can jump directly to navigation. Okay, that's all fine and good. So, absolutely massive navigation screen. And this is your variable ride height right here. Traction control, towing controls, parking sensors, both front and rear. You have your ports right here for auxiliary and USB. And then it's a charging station right there. And you have 2 key fobs with remote start. That's very cool. And then as you come down here, you also have additional stowage right there. And you're going to have a USB port in here along with additional stowage. And if you want to see the backup camera, we'll go ahead and put it in reverse. There's your backup camera, and your sensors don't show up here, they show up over here in your dash. And you can see that we just pulled up the comfort controls, your heated seats, vented seats, and then your heated steering wheel. And you can decide if you don't want your steps to deploy or not. So that's handy when you're out off-roading. And then as we come over here, as I mentioned, you can go ahead and shortcut to your controls right here. Climate controls as well. And then your phone controls. Then you got your backup camera that you can go to. Say you're towing something and you don't want to put it in reverse, but you want to watch your load on the way, you can go ahead and hit that button. Then as you come up here, you got your map reading lights, and then your sunglasses holder, and your controls for your power sliding and rear window. Okay, this vehicle does have a branded title. There's an impact up front on this quarter panel as it hit a stationary object, and that same incident resulted in a little bit of damage here in the back in the center. The airbags did not deploy, there's no structural damage, so we got it all fixed up. It has passed the 150-point inspection and the state of Utah safety inspection. So let's go ahead and take it for a test drive. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this virtual test drive. Let's go ahead and get backed out. So you're gonna see this in action. So as I turn the wheel, you're gonna see that the guides change, and they're actually pretty accurate. I've threaded the needle with these cameras a number of times, and they're awesome. See, it does have blind spot monitoring. So as we pull out, I'm going to go ahead and put it in navigation so that we can make sure that that's calibrated correctly. Ooh, I'm liking this one. It is very nimble on the road. Very sporty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll up the windows. Didn't realize I had the back one down. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull out on this bumpy road right here. Go ahead and listen for any shakes or vibrations, anything abnormal. That's what we're listening for. And I'm gonna intentionally drive on the roughest parts of the road. And then I'm gonna drive over some railroad tracks. That'll be a tell-all. So go ahead and listen up for vibrations if you would. Okay, it is silent. I'm not hearing anything out of the ordinary. Suspension sounds good, the shifting sounds good, the engine sounds good, and the navigation is working well. Stereo, she said, I love you so. It's sounding good, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down. And the variable ride height is working just fine. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and pause this until we get to the freeway. Okay, so we're just getting on the freeway, going uphill, and look at how fast this thing is. We are at freeway speed already. The fuel light just kicked on, so we know that that works. So that's an easy fix. So as we are here at freeway speed, I'm gonna get around this guy so we can get up to around 70, so we can go ahead and listen for any whistling, whirring, any vibrations. That engine just sounds so good. Okay, we're at freeway speeds and I'm not hearing anything out of the ordinary. It shifted well in acceleration. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here and we'll do a brake check when we get to the off-ramp. We're to the off-ramp. See, our navigation is picking up the speed limit. We're gonna go ahead and test these brakes. And my gimbal went flying, but other than that, everything was strong. And the brakes sounded great. They did a great job. Stopped. This is a lot of truck, and to stop it that quickly, that's awesome. So at any rate, that concludes our test drive. For more inventory, visit us at tjchapmanauto.com. In the spirit of full disclosure, here is a copy of the original label for your vehicle, so you can see what it was equipped with straight out of the factory.